Hey guys, what's up? My name's Dave, and today I'm going to teach you how to do a ramp slow-mo. So for an example, this is what it's going to look like after we complete it. So, as you can see, it's pretty cool. It's pretty easy to do also, so let's get started. First thing you're going to need to do is go into After Effects, which I have down here, and open up. I did this earlier for an example, so I'm just going to delete everything I have here. Alright, so when you open up After Effects, this is what it's going to look like. You're going to have your media folder over here, which will put all your media in, and down here you'll have all your editing tools and the media information that you need. Down here is the timeline, which you can go back and forth between frames and stuff like that. And here's your preview window. And over here is just some settings that you can go over through the next frames and stuff like that. So to start off, we're going to go to Composition and click New Composition. Here we have, it says Comp 1, you can name it whatever you would like. I use standard definition, so I have a NTSC DV, which is a 720 by 480 width and height. So everything looks good here. Frame rate 29.97. But if you're using HD, you'll be able to choose your preset down here. Like if you're using HDV or something like that, DVC, all that kind of stuff. 1080p, you got everything. That's what's really good about Adobe. They have every kind of settings for video. So we're just going to click OK and get started with this. Next, I'm going to go to File, Import, File. Then I'm going to choose the file that I would like. And this is the file I'm going to choose, Antonio Lip. So to start, I'm going to have to drag this down into the timeline here. And just move that over. This head here, this is where it starts at 0 seconds, as you can see right there. So you don't want it to start over at 3 seconds. You want it to start over at 0. The beginning. This is your whole work area from this end to this end, and you can change this work end, the work area here. See work area end. You can drag that over to the end, so you're working within this 5-second span I have here. So let's just take a look at the clip before we do the ramp slow-mo. Alright. So it's a good clip, but it's kind of boring, so let's kind of make it look cooler and slow things down a little bit. So a ramp slow-mo is going to gradually going from normal speed into a half speed. If you're doing HD and you shoot at a higher frame rate, like 120 or something like that, you'll be able to go below half speed, but I shoot at 60 frames a second with standard definition, so I can only go to 50 without it being choppy or real grainy. So that's what I use, but if you're using HD, you can do whatever. So, like I said, ramp slow-mo gradually goes from normal speed into slow-mo, and it peaks for a little while, and then it'll gradually go back to normal speed. So the first thing we're going to want to do this is go to Layer, and then go to Time here, and then go to Enable Time Remapping. Click that, you'll get this little thing underneath your clip, and you'll have two keyframes here and here at the beginning and the end. And what you're going to want to do is start going through. You can use this next frame thing, but that goes frame by frame, which takes kind of a while. Or you can just go by using the play head here. For this, well, this is a skateboarding clip, but anything you want to kind of ramp slow-mo, it's up to you to where to start, where you want it to peak, and where you want it to end. But for this, I like right when he pops the tail of a skateboard. So right there, I'm going to add a keyframe there by clicking on this. It says Add or Remove Keyframe at current time. So I just drop a keyframe right where it is. And then I'm going to keep going. This is where I kind of want it to start to peak. I'm going to have it right when he's over the rail. And I'm going to have him peak through the whole lip slide. Actually, yeah, peak to almost the end of the lip slide, right before the end of the rail. That looks good. And then I'm gonna keep going, and then once he lands right on the ground, that's right when his trucks first touch the ground, I'm gonna add another keyframe to end it. So let's zoom in a little, get a better look. Now you want to set your velocities for that. So what you're going to do is you're going to control click on your first keyframe and go to keyframe velocity. And here you have your incoming velocity and your outgoing velocity. So the first thing you want to do is you want to change your outgoing velocity influence to 30% and click OK. Next you want to control click again on the next keyframe. And now we're going to be in half speed slow-mo, so I'm going to change the outgoing velocity speed to 0.5, and then change the incoming velocity influence to 30%, and change the speed of the outgoing to 0.5, and leave that at 0.01. And click OK. And again, click on the next keyframe. Again, this is still at half speed, so we're going to go 0.5, 0.5 again, and change the outgoing velocity influence to 30. And for the last keyframe, we're going to control click, keyframe velocity. Now we're going to be back at normal speed, so we're going to just only change the incoming velocity influence to 30%. Alright, so now you want to highlight all your keyframes here, except for this first one, so you want to have all three of these, and the last keyframe, which ends the clip. And then you're going to click on this little graph here that says Graph Editor. You'll see that we have a nice little graph here. So the first thing I want to do is I kind of want to drag these out a little bit, and then I kind of want to click. Alright, so now that we have everything here, alright, now that we have everything, okay, hold up, there we go, sorry about that. Now that we got everything, we kind of want to just drag this out. You don't want it like this, because it'll dip down real low, way lower than you want it to be. You kind of want it to be a smooth, kind of gradual thing. So once you have that kind of like smooth and gradual into the next keyframe, you're going to shift click on this keyframe, and that will deselect this keyframe. And you're going to drag it out until it's flat, and then you can look here, just hover over it, and it says 0.5 seconds. So that means we're at half speed, and that's where we want to be. So next we're going to click on this keyframe, deselect it, and drag this out, so it's a nice kind of gradual transition to the end. And that's that. Like I said, this is pretty easy, so now we're just going to see how it looks. You're going to hit RAM preview, it'll render it real quick, and now we're going to play it. Alright, so it looks pretty good. Again, you can just play around with the position of the keyframes to make it look even better, kind of more slower or anything. So the next thing we want to do is actually export this so we can use this in a video or something that we would like to do. So we're going to go to File, and then go to Export, Add to Render Queue. You're going to click on the Output module, and you're going to want to make sure the format is what you want it to be, which is QuickTime. And then you're going to go down here, click Audio Input, make sure it's at 48, 16-bit, depending on your computer, but most computers are 16-bit, so I just leave it at that. And then click OK for that, and you want to check your best settings, make sure all your stuff is good, my sizing's good, everything's there, the frame rate's alright. So just click OK, and then you're going to click where you want it to go to, and we'll put this into my folder here, and we'll name this Slow Mo Antonio. Kind of rhymes there. Alright, and then you're just going to click Render. And then once it dings, you're done. So then you can get out of Premiere and open up the clip that you just did and play it. Congratulations, you just did your first ramp slow-mo. I hope this video is very helpful. This thing's very fun to do. It's one of my favorite kind of editing tricks to do. It just makes everything look kind of better. But that's completely up to you, so Hope this helped, and have a great day.